Okay, so welcome general viewers to the midpoint of turn 4. It's been somewhat of a quicker turn than previous, but still a lot have happened. You won't be bored, trust me. As it is turn 4, no new units have appeared because everything's on the board, so mostly it was just a question of moving, shooting, and assaulting. Over on this side, the Grots moved across and the Storm Boys came down. The Grots shot down the Skyclaw pack leader who was trying to run away. The cannons and the autocannon and that squad took out the 2 Vipers that were in the back, and that was pretty much the end of the enemy presence back there. Over here, everything essentially just advanced, sweeping across the board past the center objective here towards what was no man's land. Killer cans over here assaulted the Tau turrets that had appeared and took out 2 of them. The Necrons were successfully able to blow the gun off one of these turrets. The Hierophant was able to destroy 1 fire prism, and also managed to destroy the final area denial node, so that blew up and took some stuff with it. Carnivexes assaulted the Wave Serpent over here and managed to blow it up. Carrying the Betrayer and the tattered remains of his Maelstrom of Gore finally got into assault with Prince Uriel here. Uriel killed several of them. Karen killed some more because he's the Betrayer and that's what he does. And Uriel was finally felled by Karen. The Farseer that was in that unit though has held in there though, so Karen and the sole surviving member of the Maelstrom of Gore are in combat there amongst many Carnifexes that were in there. Ramir was assaulted by Warlord Vulgrim of the Orks and was destroyed, although he did take a knob down with him before he went. He was under the effects of the Swarmlord's ability, so his weapon skill was greatly reduced. Over here, the Sorcerer and the lone surviving Terminator assaulted the Brownsides. They were able to kill 1, but 1 brave broadside is still hanging in there. There was a combat over here between the Guard and the Gene Stealers. The Guard suffered more casualties, but they held, and so now there's simply Janus the Broodlord and the Gene Stealer here fighting off a bunch of remaining Guardsmen. Back here, those same Ymgarl Gene Stealers, they're hanging in there, they're fighting the good fight, but the On, who was in there, chose to excuse himself from the combat and is now booking it the hell away back to his table edge, which is quite close. A bunch of Gene Stealers over here assaulted the Wraith Lords and Mogan Ra there, and I see 2 Wraith Lords have been destroyed as a result. Swarmlords and Tyranids in the Endless Swarm were able to assault most of the Crisis Suits that were here and remove some of them. I see there's still 1 left here, and the Commander over there is still there. So we will continue with the rest of turn 4 in I guess about a week's time. But it won't be actually a week for you, so it's cool. Welcome back, general viewers. We are at the end of turn 4, so there is 1 turn left to go. And the battle for Lost Way is, I don't even know what it would be right now. As you can see, things are starting to get relatively sparse compared to what they were at the beginning of the game on the battlefield here. Especially over on this side, but hey, maybe that's just my unbiased opinion. So to begin the Kauyon Eldar movement phase, a couple of straggler units back here, a Farseer and his retinue and some Dire Avengers in a transport and some Wraith Guard came in. They took, the Wraith Guard were troopers and took quite a number of ambush shots, but there's still a couple back there. Movement phase, just a lot of the skimmers started to advance on the lowlands down here where the remnants of the Orc and Tyranid advance are bravely soldiering on. The shooting phase opened with a bang. It was actually really terrible, and I don't want to subject you to it. 2 Carnifexes were taken out by small arms fire down here. The Orc Warlord Vulgrim and the Swarm Lord were both taken down by the Vampire Hunters Pulsars, which was unfortunate. The Hierophant was taken down by the Revenant Titan, and sadly he will not be coming back, but always next year. Always next year. So the Destroyer Lord took quite a bit of fire and finally went down, but he may be getting back up next year, and we'll have to see. In the assault phase, in the combat phase, in the center here, carrying the Betrayer took down the Farseer, which was holding him up. in the far corner here, the Guardians and the On finally managed to take down the two plucky little young girl gene stealers who have been holding them since turn 2. We're all amazed that they managed to last as long as they did. The Tau battlesuits down here in this part of the lowlands were overrun by Tyranids. This combat back here, right by the Wraith Gate, the Tau broadside was taken down and one of the Chaos Terminators was killed, so leaving the Lictor and the Chaos Sorcerer in Terminator armor facing down the rest of Seer Council. Over here, the combat that had Janus the Broodlord and one of his Gene Stealers in combat with 2 units of Guardsmen and a Wolf Lord mounted on a Cyber Wolf. Janus, who only has 1 wound now, he managed to kill the Wolf Lord with his implant attacks. And then his Gene Stealer compatriot was killed by the guard, but Janus won the combat overall and ran down both squads of guardsmen, so now he is Janus Guardsman Bane or something like that. He'll have a saga named after him. That's all the major news of the assault phase, so now we're moving into the last turn, that turn that will decide the fate of Lost Way until it's sucked back into the warp. So it's exciting stuff, so hope you will join us then in the future. Okay.
That's where you and I will spend the rest of our lives.
Yes, yes.
What is it with you and lying about everything?
I like, it's easy.
It's all
It's
I
like,
know.
but I mean, it's easy to take, to strike an orphan or take candy from a baby. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
That's harder than it looks.
Little buggers never saw it coming.